Hello, good evening, and welcome to the live Hemingway Jones Fountain Pen Show, where we meet each Tuesday evening to talk about fountain pens, inks, journals, and journaling, and just about everything and anything that's going to keep you inspired and keep you writing. And each week, we have a wonderful collection of people that visit for the chat, the live chat during the live feed, that listen during the podcast, which is right up here on YouTube, and watch the replay. So thank you to all of you for joining. You truly are the best, the brightest, the most interesting and inspiring group of people I could ever wish for. And I appreciate you all being out there. You teach me things each week and help me along my fountain pen journey, because from a pen we can and do go everywhere and anywhere. Why? Because a river of ink runs through my life. That is one of the truest phrases I've come up with yet. Everything I do revolves around expressing myself, revolves around writing. There's just miles of ink trailing behind me and so much more yet to unfold. So, thank you all for being here. We have a very interesting show for you tonight. I say we, but it's really just me. I need more people. I need someone like a production person. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Have a little repartee, maybe rest my voice for a minute or two. But it is me. I'm happy to be here. But tonight's show is going to be very interesting, and we're going to get right into it. But I do need to recognize someone. The amazing Like Man with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Proud grandpa tonight. Wow. Congratulations. That's absolutely wonderful. Baby Poppy was born to son and daughter-in-law yesterday. Future fountain pen user and journaler ahead. Congratulations. That is wonderful news. Congratulations to the new parents. Always wonderful to see families expand. It's lovely. All the best things happened to me once I got married and had my daughter. So I'm supportive. And thanks for the generous contribution to the channel and helping to keep the lights burning brightly. So we are not going to waste too much time. We are going to jump right into tonight's topic because I find it fascinating myself. And one of the things about these exercises, and it's sort of interesting, there's always a few people that get angry about it. I don't really understand getting angry about any aspect of fountain pens, inks, journals, and journaling, stationery, notebooks, journals themselves, whatever it is. How do you get angry? But it's a wide, varied world full of a lot of different personality types. So I'm sure if there's something that people can take issue in and with, they will, and that's their right. So, but it's always a little amusing because this is a mind exercise, right? This is a way of challenging yourself with some preconceived notions. We're all sort of in this mindset that there's certain things that we like that resonate with us. And if you look at things radically, sometimes things don't stand up to scrutiny. I am a big proponent of thinking critically. I have changed a lot of my views in my lifetime when alternate evidence has presented itself. I go where the evidence points me. I'm very scientific minded in that regard. So the idea here is to challenge that, to see if you were to settle for one pen. And it's a little different than the concept of which pen do you grab if you had to escape for your life, zombie apocalypse, you're heading out into the woods. That's a little different of a rationale. What tonight's thesis, more like an argument is, which pen can you settle for? Which pen can be your all, your number one, your everyday pen. And I put a short up a few days ago asking this question, and I only had a subset of my collection with me then to base my opinion on. Tonight, I have more. Also a subset, but more. So it should be even more compelling. I don't intend on settling for the same pen that I settled for in my short, although there are good arguments for it, and who knows? We'll see where the night goes. Speaking of where the night goes, I have to recognize Parks 179 with the generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Big day. I got my Mont Blanc 146 from the 1980s. My brand new 146 the same day. It's a face-off. Some quality control problems with the new. No kidding. I am shocked to hear that a Mont Blanc has QC issues. I'm terribly sorry to hear that. It really bothers me. Thank you for your generous support of the channel. It really bothers me that folks are putting out big money for a fantastic pen. I love Mont Blanc, but they have to step up with their nibs. I don't know if they're making too many. They're pumping them out too quickly, but they need to step up with the quality control. It is a problem. So we will cover some Mont Blancs tonight. All right, so I want to show you some pens, and I want to get into our rationale. So I'm going to sort of do a twofer here. I want to show you the pens that I've been using lately. I've been using my Duo lately. I believe that's what this is called, Lockbee Duo. I find that a 2-pen case is awfully handy. I find it very, very handy. So which 2 pens do I have in here? Which 2 pens? I'm going to leave it there with some suspense because I'm going to drop a quick commercial for myself. If you watch my live show, my regular videos, and you enjoy them and you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd appreciate it. It should be right down there, the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. Please do come on this journey with us. If you want to support the channel even more, we have membership. We have a pen pal group for Illuminati Cognoscenti members. So I'd love to see you behind the scenes as well, and I appreciate the support. A lot of members are here tonight. Love you guys. I would be absolutely lost without you. You also get your name in the back of the videos because I feel like you're producers. You guys kind of fund the channel. You have a stake in the channel, so you need to be recognized, and I never take you for granted. So thank you all for being there. Of course, there's some videos and things, blooper reels. Ooh, I have a blooper reel I need to post. Ooh, I got to get on that. Behind the scenes, so you'll get that too. Okay, end of commercial for myself. Let me get back to pens. Okay, and all right, I'm going to show you these 2 pens, and I'm going to talk about something. All right, so we were talking Mont Blanc. Here we have the 149. This is the one I bought last summer for a ridiculous price. I no longer remember what I got it for. I know it was a fantastic price. I need to watch the video over again. If someone remembers, please post it in the chat, because I don't remember myself what I paid for it. But I know that in Paris and in France, they have sales twice a year, once at Christmas and once just before July, late June into early July. So I suppose that's before Bastille Day. And it was bought from a department store, and it was about a third off, and then I also got money off for that. But just like my friend tonight, the QC was lacking, sadly. So I had it fixed by Kirk Spear. And he turned it. Oh, no, he didn't. He just finished it. I should have had him turn it into a cursive smooth italic. Should have, did not. Maybe I will at some point. But it's a fine. Kind of writes like a medium. But very smooth. One of my smoothest nibs right now. He does amazing work. But definitely problematic with Mont Blanc right now. But okay, let's get into the concept. Could I settle for this pen? A lot of you know the answer to this question. Yes, this is actually a pen I could settle for as my only pen. And the reason I know this is because I did. For, I don't know, maybe 4 years or so of my life, I carried this pen almost exclusively. It was back when I first got my first one. My wife bought it for me, so it had sentiment. It was also something I always wanted. I always dreamed and aspired to have. It was truly my grailiest grail of them all. It grailed hard. It was, yeah, grailed hard. I like that. It's like Die Hard, but grailed hard. Okay, so it was very graily. For me, I was so happy. I wrote with it pretty much, only put royal blue ink in this for over a decade. Nothing but Mont Blanc royal blue ink. And do you know which ink I went to when I swapped it out? Famously, on TikTok, the video got like 4.5 million views or something ridiculous, which is amazing. I put Yamabudo in here, well, in the other one, and it was a blast. It's an absolute blast writing with it. I love this pen. I love the way it feels. When you get a good one, they're stupendous. It's pretty much what I think of if I close my eyes and I think fountain pen. It goes right to this one. So yes, for me, this could be my only pen. However, I personally believe that the 146, or perhaps the 147, which is basically a 146, is more perfecter for more people, because it's just thinner. And I think that is important and impactful. I think it doesn't look much different here. Actually, it quite does, doesn't it? This is quite a girthy pen. This is a very thin and elegant pen. For most hands, this is ideal. This is a 147 Traveler. But the 146 is the same dimension, same pen. So, you kind of have to ask yourself, which one is right for you? Which one is right for you? I have to bring the camera in a little bit because it shakes. I dropped the case. If you're going to drop something, drop the case. So, I think the 147, now it bothers me that it's down there, is near perfect. I'm going out of frame. Don't ever go out of frame on your broadcast. Don't ever do that. Love the proportions of this. I could certainly live with this pen, and why? Beyond sentiment, I feel like a pen should sort of inspire you and kind of encapsulate all of your dreams, but I do think they have major disadvantages. Mont Blanc pens basically have a insignia on it that screams "Steal Me," because it's probably the only recognizable logo in all of fountain pens. $10 super chat from James McNamara, 1837. Thanks so much. While in Rome, week before last, I made it to Stilafetti near the Pantheon and bought a limited edition Kings of Rome by Leonardo, as well as a Lamy Tricolore. Che belle penne. Well done, my friend. Excellent choices. See, now you have something important that you can remember your trip. That's brilliant. Thank you so much for the generous support. Fantastic pens. Well chosen. Rome is a fantastic city. I never get tired of it. I adore Rome. I am a big fan. It's at Cohen, my brother. $20. Well, in Chicago last week and visiting Atlas Stationery for the first time. Wow. Awesome. So much fun there. I purchased a brand new Pilot Custom Urushi. Well done. Such a beauty. What shall I ink it with the first time? How about Yamabudo? What could be better than some Yamabudo? I'm assuming you got the vermilion, but maybe you didn't. Maybe you got the blue. The blue is really beautiful. Or the black. But if you got the vermilion, why not Yamabudo? Thank you for your generous support. So I appreciate it so much. Always a pleasure to see you both. Oxblood's good too. Lady Manx, go for Oxblood. Yeah, Oxblood's good too. I do find sometimes that Yamabudo just really leaps off the page. Your journals become ink museums. In fact, my older journals have examples of Mont Blanc Bordeaux ink that I love that is no longer made, and I have yet to find a suitable substitute. And whenever I see it, it just leaps off the page, and it brings back so many pleasant memories. So our journals are ink museums. Just really fantastic. Lise Amadou, 8519 with $3 Canadian. Thank you so much. Lonely with Pen Pal group, but I fear blank page. Yes. I hear that. The blank page is always a challenge. Thanks so much for your super chat. I don't know why you'd be lonely. I hope you're not lonely. If you are, quick, somebody write her a letter. Or write them, her a letter. Quickly. Everyone should be lettered, you know? I love writing letters. I don't do it as much as I'd like because the business of the channel is a lot. And by business, I mean like answering comments and answering questions. I get so many questions. And I do try to answer everything I can. And even then, I fall short. And then like keeping up with posting and editing and filming. Like I film on Thursday nights, and then Friday I usually don't do anything, but sometimes Friday nights I'll film B-roll. Otherwise I do it Saturday morning, and then Saturday all day I edit, and sometimes into Sunday. It's a lot. I love it though. I don't want to complain, but it's just hard. I wish I had like staff. It would be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, I appreciate that, guys. Let me show you the other pen I've been carrying with me, which lately could be a candidate for my only pen. This Aurora Optima O Sole Mio with a cursive smooth italic nib. I have been writing with this quite a bit. I really do enjoy it. I love the nib. I think it's pretty great. Has some nice line variation. I don't know. I think it's pretty special myself. Look at that. What do we think of that? It's also living up to the name of smooth. Very nice. Beautiful pen too. Nice materials. What I like about this one is, even though it's kind of extravagant in the way it looks, it does fly under the radar a bit more than a Mont Blanc pen. You could sort of leave it around a bit more. I don't think people are going to focus on it as much as they'll focus on insignias, sadly. But a really nice pen, great material, or Aureolide. I can never say it, but it's basically a modern cellulose that's supposed to be more stabilized, which is nice, but very beautiful material. Feels very vintage-y, if you will, with a capital E. So I really quite like that. So I'm going to get into more pens. I want to mention something interesting. Last week, I put out a video you may have seen, and it was on this technique that literally has changed and transformed my life. And that's no exaggeration. And if you watch the video, it's all about romanticizing your life, but not from that like twee perspective you might have seen out in the internet where it's like, oh, romanticize your life, like light a candle and you know, that kind of thing. Even though I do think you should light a candle, and it's in there, but it's not only that. It's about a mindset. It's about bringing beauty and inspiration into your life. And I think you should watch this video if you haven't watched it, because it has literally changed everything I do. Try to make all my spaces romantic. I mean, where I'm at now, my library, it's just I love this room so much. I love my charming house. I don't know. I just feel like if you're the right person in the right place and things are aligned with your aesthetic and your inspiration, you're going to be much more productive, much more balanced, much more happy. But I was very surprised at how well that video was received. Really nice comments. Some people said it was the best video I've ever done, which I really appreciated. And Mr. Cohen, I see you got the vermilion. So well done. So I think your choices are Oxblood or Yamabudo, my friend. Den Haag, maybe. That's a pretty good one. So, yes. Thank you for watching that video. But what was interesting is the video came out on Thursday, and then on Saturday morning, I found myself alone because my wife and my daughter went off to do some cooking with some friends, which is pretty great. And I had to find something to do. I got my hair cut, which maybe you can't tell, but it's much more tame on the sides. I'm still keeping it long. For me, long. Keeping the wave. And I got my hair cut, then I went to Starbucks, and then I drove home and I grabbed my laptop that I'm speaking to you through right now. My book that I'm reading, which is still Mary Beard, Talking Classics. Love that book. I'm a slow reader, but I'm enjoying it. I'm plowing through. I'm definitely reading every word and thinking about it. Absorbing that book and really enjoying it. I grabbed my fountain pen. I took the O Sole Mio with me and my full-size journal. And I went to Cafe Nero in Concord. And I sat in the exact same seat as when I filmed the video on romanticizing your life. So it really came full circle for me. And I edited a video on... Oh, man, I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, it was on the Lamy Safari. I have a video coming out this summer on the Lamy Safari. And I edited the video there at Cafe Nero. Had a croissant and a cappuccino. And was by myself, which is weird. I'm used to Helen and Imogen being around me and kind of having their own warmth and magic. And I had to take all my valuables with me when I went to the bathroom. I mean, Concord's a really nice town, and I'd be very surprised if anyone stole your stuff. But I'm from Philadelphia, so everything I do is from a Philadelphia lens. So I took all my valuables with me, left signs that I was using the table so nobody grabbed my spot. And then I went back to work, and I stayed for like 2 hours. And then as I was leaving, I texted Helen. She was still busy, so I ate lunch there and had a blast. I read some of the book, and I had a really nice sandwich, and I just really enjoyed those moments, even though I missed Helen and Imogen not being around. But it was absolutely brilliant. So I'm living what I'm saying. Friday, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I love Ackerman Simplicité Violet, which looks like Yamabudo, and Ackerman Stenrud Van Vermeer, which is more of a brick red. Ooh, thanks for the recommendations and for the generous support of the channel. I have Ackerman. I think it's Den Haag. I'm pretty sure it's called Den Haag, but it might not be, because every time I go to say it, I want to call it Du Hast, because, Du Hast mich. That's what I think. I'm pretty sure it's Den Haag. I love that. Oh, wait a second. I'm not sure that's Ackerman. I don't know. I might be getting a little confused. No, I think it might be. Somebody straighten me out in the comments, which you guys always do. And I appreciate it. Do you know that you guys chat each Tuesday? And it's usually around 700 chats in an hour. That is very impressive. Sometimes 600, but sometimes more. You guys are very, very chatty. So I am always impressed. Robert Cox asking Rammstein. Yes, Du Hast. There needs to be a Du Hast Inc. All right. I'm going to show you another candidate for Forever Only pen. This one is a great candidate because this one is the Pelican M1000 with a very unique nib, very large nib, very expressive. I can't remember if this has ink in it. Mostly all my pens are inked because I use them so much. I have any idea what color ink that is. Kind of looks like oxblood, but it kind of looks like it's mixed with something else, which is par for the course with me. Love this pen, piston filler. You know I'm a Pelicanista. I am all the way Pelicanized. I've been seduced by the cult of Pelican, and I'm happy with it. This is a great pen for that. Definitely. Excuse me. However, the M800 is probably a better dimension. It's similar to the 149, 146. This one fits more hands. I'm pretty sure this one is empty. Yeah, this is empty. I do love this pen. I think the blue is so pretty. But when I think Pelican, I think of the green stripe. But boy, this is a nice pen if you had to settle for one. But it's precious and it's not cheap. If you had to leave it around, that could hurt. Maybe you want to buy it used. But it is a brilliant pen. And this particular one comes in different iterations. The Black Noir version. Oh, I love this one. Smooth. I should write correctly here. This is starting to run out of ink. See, it's quite, you can see this is really cool. Do you see the ink view window? It's pretty neat. See that? Pretty good. Pretty cool. So I'm going to have to clean this one soon. And then the 809. Another gorgeous pen. Lots of 8s. I think this might be Yamabudo. Sometimes I have to go to the last video I filmed with it to check. Oh, you know what? I didn't film with this yet. These two were graciously given to me by Joost Appelboom. Very gracious. This one you can see right through the body. I need to record with this. I just remembered I wrote a really good script and I haven't recorded it. I got distracted by other stuff. This one was given to me by Brendan Schmidt of Atlas Stationers. Very kind. I'm very lucky that way. Very lucky. Now, I'll say something about the channel, right? This channel is very independent. I don't allow anyone to control the editorial content of this channel but me. And I sometimes get into a little bit of trouble with people, brands, and things that I've criticized and don't want to work with me or just haven't worked with me again. But normally if I use a pen and it's bad, I kind of don't want another pen from a brand, to be honest. I don't want to clutter my life with bad pens. Now, I always try to like a pen. I am predisposed to like a fountain pen. I get very upset when it tips over because I try to like a fountain pen and there can be little things I don't like about it, but it doesn't necessarily mean I wouldn't recommend it. Take the Lamy 2000 for instance, an absolutely brilliant everyday pen. We'll get to it. I hate the cap clasp, but I love the Macrolon. I love Gerde Mueller. I love the design. I love how the materials are integrated, the brilliant finishing, how the piston knob just disappears. It is so choice, so well done, so well executed. But its negatives aren't enough for me not to recommend it. But I'm not going to say that there aren't any. And sometimes I think the manufacturers and even some of the pen companies can get upset. But I am not a pen seller. Some channels, most channels on YouTube that do reviews of any sort, whether it's watches or fountain pens, they're actually stores. Their primary function is to sell you pens. So they can go in the back and pull out an unlimited amount of Mont Blanc fountain pens. They represent Mont Blanc, the whole line. They're going to tell you what it is. They're going to make it sound fantastic. They're not going to tell you that the QC can be garbage. Because Mont Blanc might cut them off if they do. And if I were them, I wouldn't either. It's a different sort of motivation. But this channel is editorially fiercely independent. And I'm just compelled to tell it like it is. And personally, I think critical videos are more interesting than glowing reviews. Although there are many pens that I love, and I do glow about on and on, but they're often vintagey or kind of weird. They're not necessarily the mainstream ones. I've made a few pens famous. I am proud of that. That's one of the accomplishments of this channel. Much to my own chagrin, though, because I rather wish I had bought more before I went and hyped it. Okay. So my point was that this channel is independent. Here's a couple of great candidates for everyday pens. Ones I have gone on and on about. This is my Black Noir Pilot Vanishing Point, or capless if you prefer. I think it's empty. Yeah, empty. Pretty though. This is a very good pen. Not cheap, but under $200. Gold nib, convenient. As long as the placement of the clip doesn't throw you, doesn't bother me at all. I hold my pens like this. Some folks wrap their fingers around them. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. Really depends on how good my grip is. And gosh, do I even need to talk about this one? It's kind of running out of ink. Look at that. Well, sort of. Oh, gosh, that nib touches paper. So exquisite. This is certainly a candidate for your only fountain pen. It has everything you could ever want. My only criticism, Pilot, you could move this metal down to the end. It makes this a little unstable. I feel like it could chip. Never has, but I feel like it could. I don't know. Am I paranoid? Have you ever seen a Pilot Custom 823 with a chipped cap? Do they exist? Let me know. I'd like to know. I feel like they could. I really do. I just think it's in such a vulnerable place. Oh, the lovely Brick by Brick 75. How are you? With the $20 super chat. Thank you. To all, have amazing days with your pens. Have days that bring joy. I love that. Days that bring out the good and not so good feelings. Most of us love and enjoy your family and friends. That's so lovely. That is such a nice sentiment. And you know, I kind of agree with you so much that it's good that pens can elicit every emotion and be there for you as a comfort. And also kind of be there for you as you write. They become a companion, a tool, and so much more. A portal to other worlds. So thank you. Thank you for that generous support and that lovely, lovely sentiment. Thank you. Thanks for all the likes too, guys. I'm seeing lots of thumbs flying up. I don't know what I'm doing, but I appreciate it. Doing something right. Oh, another super chat. Steve Post, $4.99. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's very kind. You are the best. Thanks for helping to keep the lights on. Gosh. It's a shame a lot of my pens aren't filled. Some of them are a little dirty. The They look a little dirty. But anyway, let me show you this one. This would be an interesting candidate for an everyday pen. It's certainly blindingly expensive. It is the Visconti Homo Sapiens, but it's also a pen that's very, very difficult to hurt. And I think its durability adds to its usability. It's supposed to be virtually indestructible, but I've never seen any evidence of that. And I've never tested it. And I never will, because this was a gift from my wife. And I do enjoy it. I love that it's integrated with a piston fill. My nib, thankfully, is very nice, very expressive. And it's a fun, interesting pen. Much lighter than you would expect when you hear that it's made out of volcanic rock. So just a very, very nice fountain pen. Very robust, which I enjoy. I have a pen here. I'm not even entirely sure what it is. Oh, it's a Platinum 3776. Ooh, pretty. You know, these are funny. Like every time I pick up a Platinum, I rediscover it for the first time. It's just so good. Also, this thing has been sealed for over a month. It's a great pen. This is a great bargain, I think, in the pen world. Very nice. Very good candidate for an everyday pen. Gosh, I'm not going to get through everything because I talk too much, but then that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what you guys want me to do. $5 super chat from V5897. Sometimes I feel like Stephen Toast when I'm reading these. Like I can't pronounce names. Do you know Stephen Toast? Anyway. Considering a Kaweco GT190 piston nib as a travel beater for cheap pocket notebooks, EFFMB or BB nib. Presently using an F and medium nibs at home. I would say none of those if it were me. I would go with the 1.1 stub. Kaweco's 1.1 stub is so choice. Makes your handwriting look so interesting and so neat. And if you're considering a broad or a double broad already, why not go stubby? That's my opinion. Of course, I could be wrong, but I really like it. Tons of candidates here. I might just show you all of them in the instance of time. Why not? I know I see some more super chats. I'll definitely get to them. I might have to raise my camera, try to get them in the frame. Okay, here are some excellent candidates for everyday pens. Waterman Expert. Oh, so beautiful. I wouldn't go with the Lopper series. I would go with one of the plainer models, but everyday pen all day long. Similarly, Karen is bloody brilliant. You get a luxury pen experience. You can still pick these up with a 2 in front of it in a plainer version. You don't need all this extra jazz on there. You still get, as long as you get the gold nib, beautiful sleek body. Who doesn't love a sleek body? Speaking of which, an Art Deco masterpiece, a beautiful, beautiful pen. This is the Waterman Charleston in yellow. You used to be able to get these for about 150 used, but then some YouTuber kept saying how awesome they were. Why doesn't he just keep his mouth shut? Now they're hard to find. Sorry about that, guys. But if you do find one, they are brilliant. Gold nib. Slightly small nib for its size, but very Art Deco in its design. So that is a plus. Got a super chat to recognize from Zebra. $5. Thank you so much. Who's your favorite modern doctor? No disrespect to Tom Baker. Cheers. I love questions like this. You guys never pop me out of the fountain pen question, so I will answer it. And thank you so much for helping to support the channel. Favorite modern doctor? Gosh, it is kind of tough. I'd love to throw you a curveball and be really cool and say something like John Hurt, because he was so great as the war doctor. But I feel like that's a little bit of a cheat. Or McGann, Paul McGann. If I'm being completely honest, it's either David Tennant or Matt Smith. I loved how Matt Smith made him almost like an English schoolboy, but completely alien. Like he felt like a realistic alien, but at times he was kind of too goofy. I like Tennant's sort of passion for intellectualism, where he's passionate about learning, meeting new people. That was very, very interesting. So I'm going to go with David Tennant. So thank you. Thank you for that great question. Daddy Rich with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I have over-tightened my 823's piston after cleaning it and caused a hairline crack. So just a snug tightening is enough. Ooh, I'm so sorry, my friend. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate that. I'm so sorry that happened to you. It's so traumatic when something happens to a pen. Big hugs, my friend. I'm really sorry that happened. And thanks for your support. I feel bad that happened. That's tough. Be careful with your pens out there. These are Safaris. They're all Safaris. These are also Safaris. Yeah, I know they're AL Sports, but come on, let's be honest. They're Safaris. This one has a cursive nib, which is very cool. Snap cap, cursive nib. Lots to love there. Lots to love. Hard to not enjoy and go for a snap cap. On this side, we have some interesting ones. We have the Lamy 2000, the aforementioned, perhaps the perfect candidate for your everyday pen. Snap cap, crummy capture system there, but great nib, very sleek, kind of shaped like a bonito. It's a very interesting pen. And some other candidates for everyday pen. Twisby's, Diamond 580s. I mean, what more do you need than something this magnificent? Look at this pen. Gorgeous. You all gorgeous. What a beautiful pen. Great writer. I've never had them crack. I hear it can happen. It's just never happened to me. Please don't wish it on me. Lots of Twisby's. Some are inked. Beautiful. Look at that. The iris ones are just gorgeous. Gorgeous. I have a $20 super chat to recognize from HRA HMAN9. So sorry. $20. Thank you so much. Someone please send HJ a Sailor King of Pens with a 21 karat nib, please. We'll end this convo in a hurry. You know, I'm not so sure about that, to be honest. Thank you. Thank you so much for the generous support. Let's get to some pens that are similar, that are in that kind of range, so that I can address what you're saying and I get it. And by the way, yeah, if Sailor wants to send me a King of Pens, I would be delighted. But, you know, here's the Pilot Custom Urushi. I love this pen. It could be an only pen, but it's a lot of pen. It's a large pen. It has a very interesting nib. I do love that. But as an only pen, I don't know. It's a lot of pen. I do write with it quite a bit. But could I settle for it? I mean, maybe. But it's got such an extra large nib, a very girthy size to it. I adore it, and I feel like it's very dramatic. It makes an incredible statement, but I don't know if I could settle for just it. Someone in the comments asked me a great question about why I chose this over the Namiki Emperor. And the reason is I didn't like it. I held them both. You'll see in that video of Chicago at Atlas Sidewalk Sale, you can see me showing the Emperor and this to Helen. And I just gravitated more toward this. And it's funny, someone else in that one was complaining that it was loud. They're like, it's so noisy. Yes, the video's so noisy. And it's like, I mean, yeah, it's a sidewalk sale in... Is Chicago the third largest city in the country? Second? Help me? Oh, probably New York, Los Angeles, right? Chicago might be third. There's an elevated train. So, yes, it's noisy. And I do apologize. I wish it weren't. I wish the train would stop so I could do my show. But the Namiki, I don't like how it's just one color. I like how this pen is bracketed by gold and the black. I think it gives it a little bit more of a businessy. I like to make things diminutive. Have you noticed that? Where it's like E. Everything's vintagey, businessy. It's my thing. Very businessy pen. I quite like it, though. I feel that it makes the red, the vermilion, Mr. Cohen, it makes it pop that much more. Oh, speaking of Mr. Cohen, say his name and he shall appear. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Help me make an Italian choice. I don't own any Viscontis or Scribos, and I will be in Bologna and Firenze this summer. Which one would you choose if you could only pick one? Well, my friend, we have a video coming out. I have a video coming out this Thursday on the Scribo, and it's called The Next Step in Italian Pens. Nothing else writes like it. Scribo pen. It's coming up. It is brilliant. Would I pick it over the Visconti? Yes. Yes, I would. Visconti's cool, and I like its kind of dark energy and almost rebelliousness. But I just feel like Scribo is a truly well-executed pen, and Visconti, it's more like the luck of the draw. So, yes, I would go Scribo. All right, I'm not going to dwell on my super kind of expensive ones. I know in my video the other day I settled on the Watchman Edson. And I could. It's got a snap cap. It's a tremendous writer. Beautiful barrel. Very seductive in its looks. It's inspiring. It's very precise. It's a beautiful, beautiful pen. But I'm not always in the mood for its sort of absolute posture on its nib. It's quite a precise, constant flowing, incredibly smooth nib, but it doesn't give. It has no softness. So there are times when I yearn for an M1000, a Montblanc Heritage nib, a Pilot Custom Urushi nib. I need a little give and take sometimes. You know, that's all I ask. A little give and take in our relationship. That's all. Ink-Stained Adventures with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Just an FYI, largest cities in the U.S. Thank you for this. New York, L.A., Chicago, Houston, and Phoenix, outpaced by my favorite city in the world, Tokyo, largest city in the world, with around 50 million people. I figured it was third, but I wasn't sure. Thank you for that. So, yes, I'm sorry that the third largest city in the country was noisy. To my gentle listener, who I appreciate you watching, by the way, and leaving the comment, even if it's critical. I'm just poking fun because I think it's amusing, but please don't take it the wrong way. I'll buy you a drink the next time I see you, or a coffee, whatever you like. MT, super chat, $10. Thank you so much. Told the gang in chat before you popped on, but I grabbed an ST DuPont Defy Millennium. New in box, pretty stoked. Enjoy the streams. Thank you. Well done. You have chosen wisely. So you get eternal life. So well done. Excellent choice. Well, you know what? I have a couple of things to say, and thank you for your generous support. I really appreciate it. Shows, we're getting near the end of the show. Not quite. We're at 600 on the chat. So, see what I'm saying? You guys, you're awesome. 600 chats. Fantastic. There's a couple of things I want to tell you that I think are important. One is, please watch the Scribo video this Thursday. Otherwise, I will cry and I will post it publicly. No, I'm kidding. But I would appreciate it if you watch it. Has the history of Scribo. Has a lot going on in it. You know me. I put it in context. I talk about the pen. I talk about the history of the company. I think you'll really enjoy it. Set the music. It's very delightful. I hope you enjoy that. Also, I am working with Galen Leather. I love Galen Leather. Did you know that? It's true. I see them at pen shows. They are the most amazing people. They are lovely, nice, generous people. And they make excellent things. So it's always fun to work with them. It won't be anything awkward. There's a bag here. Didn't have time to open before the show, but it has their latest release. And I want to hype it up because when I tell you it is awesome, I'm telling you with my full reputation on the line, it is awesome. I cannot wait to see what's in that box. I've seen pictures. I have a product description. I have a nice email telling me all about it, but I haven't held it in my hands. But it looks amazing. I can't wait to share it with you. So that's coming. I'm hyping things. Texas Easy Writer, how are you, my friend? $30. I really appreciate it. Please excuse what might be air glib. I have 2 Watchman Edson Sapphire pens. Great color. Good job. But each when I closed the 2 large deals, they were celebrations. They are great pens. Yeah. I don't think that's bad at all, my friend. They're fantastic pens. One of my favorites. My next favorites is going to be bizarre because so much has changed in the last year. I've been introduced to so many different things. I don't know how it's going to shake out, but I can't wait. I imagine the Edson will still be there because I adore that fountain pen. But there could be some others too. Mary, lovely Mary, how are you? $4.99. Hi HJ and everyone. Your video on romanticizing should be seen by all. Thank you so much. It's a calming therapy session. Inspiring. Physical surroundings are so important. Thank you, Mary, so much. I really appreciate it. I will keep making videos like that and some more of the vloggy stuff. So don't worry. We will keep them rolling just like that. Thank you so much, Mary. You're always so upbeat. And I appreciate it. It helps to keep me motivated. I enjoy what I do so much. I have so many ideas for this channel. So many scripts that I need to produce. And so many different directions for us to go. I'm excited to share the Galen Leather stuff with you. And I just think about pens all the time. And they really help to get me through my life. Tonight I'll journal a little before I go to bed. Tomorrow at work, I'm going to bring something inspiring with me to keep me rolling. Speaking of, let me show you one last pen. Because we're kind of running out of time and I barely scratched my collection. But does anybody recognize this one? It looks like some kind of polished marble. Yes, this is the Scribo that I will be talking about on Thursday's video. So, Scribo Week on the Hemingway Jones channel. Does it write well? Does it? Well, you'll just have to watch the video this Thursday at noon Boston time. What a interesting how it reflects the light, huh? I can't give away all my secrets early. $10 super chat from Illustrated Journal. We have 5 minutes. Go open the box. What's in the box? You know what? I'll probably show it next week. I'm going to probably film with it this week. I might get that one up quick because, guys, it is awesome. I don't know if they've teased it yet, too. Well, I guess if they sent it to me, they didn't put any limits on when I could post it. So, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll pop on live or something again later on the weekend. But, awesome. If you guys like Gale Leather, you're really going to enjoy this. Wow. Can you believe we've spent an hour together? How is that possible? I can't believe it myself. I had an absolute blast. I hope you did too. We barely scratched the surface. Trying to settle on one pen is such a tough thing to rationalize. I think out of all of mine, I've done it with Montblanc 149 before. I probably could again. I certainly could with a Karen. I certainly could with an Edson. And there are a few others in my collection as well. I think we'll revisit this topic again very, very soon. So, thank you all for being here. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment. Please like. Please share this with someone who you think would enjoy it. And if you've reached this point and you haven't subscribed, you have to. That's YouTube rules, or else I will be upset. But, you know, consider it. I'd appreciate it. And check out my video from last week on romanticizing your life. I think you'll enjoy it. And this week's is on Scribo. So, videos coming all the time. So, I promise you, we'll see each other again very, very soon, further up the road. So, please take care. Much love, and thanks for watching.